I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money. Okay, let's try that again. Ready? Mortal Kombat 1 has a distinct player 1 advantage. Some combos will only work when player 1 performs them. If you are player 2, certain moves and combos will just whiff for no reason. Basically, this is an issue that actually was present in Mortal Kombat 9 at launch. It was discovered. And the good news was at that point, Mortal Kombat 9 had not been considered competitive yet. So no one was rushing out to do tournaments and events and things for it yet. It's because, again, remember, in the 2000s, the Mortal Kombat games were not considered competitive. They were party games for people playing at home. Everyone thought it was just like a kiddie game with violence, you know, for teens, angsty teens. And then when they rebooted it for Mortal Kombat 9, within, you know, a year, people started taking it seriously. There was a tournament scene for it and stuff like that again. So this was a bug initially with Mortal Kombat 9 that they patched out. It's back for Mortal Kombat 1. It's like, well, we're rebooting the story. We might as well reboot the same bugs that we had over a decade ago. Why not? Right? Now, here's the thing. You could easily have figured this out if they had accurately play-tested the game with people who understood the competitive nature of fighting games. You know what this says? They didn't. They didn't bother having people play-test the game who knew what the fuck they were doing so that they could practice this stuff. So we've got people now who have the game, and they're, you know, taking characters in a training mode, and they're on the P1 side, and it all works. It all works because in training mode, you're always P1. You see? So if you're labbing, you think everything is fine. Then you go online to play the game, and you're on the player 2 side, and your combos don't work. And you're like, why the fuck did the combo drop? I don't understand what just happened. Well, guess what? They programmed the game wrong. They actually fucked it up. So anyone who's been playing this game in tournaments in the last week, you literally didn't play the game. Player 1 always had an advantage. Player 2 was at a disadvantage no matter what. So if you won on the player 1 side, you probably didn't even earn your win because you got your combos while player 2 couldn't do them. How fucked up is that? Right? So here's the thing. This was discovered last night, and players started posting it up on the Mortal Kombat Reddit forums and started making YouTube videos about it. But NetherRealm is not addressing the issue. People have been putting this everywhere. Please address this. This is actually broken. It can't be a competitive game like this. We need you to analyze and fix this right away. And for some reason, on Reddit particularly, they're not even like doing anything. Like they're not highlighting the thread. They're not prioritizing it, even though there's video evidence. People have tested it. It's all over YouTube. This is happening right now. No one seems to want to talk about it in the actual bigwig community. You know what I'm saying? So I'm curious what's going on. Could it be that NetherRealm doesn't want people to not buy and play their game now because they fucked it up? And they don't, you know, maybe it's a pain in the ass to fix, or maybe it's not. What about the top players who've been kissing this game's ass for the last week? You're telling me they didn't figure this out? Like, this is really weird. For me, I'm not a Mortal Kombat guy, as you know. I don't like Mortal Kombat 1. I played it online 3 times. I don't like the game. I think it's too delayed. I just think the basic gameplay mechanics are too simple for me to enjoy, and I don't like it. So for me, I've already dropped it. So thank God, because can you imagine every time you play online when you're on the player 2 side, this is why your combos don't work? Like, why the fuck would I play the game then? And the truth is, right now, if I was trying to play the game competitively, I would just hard stop. Why would I waste my time trying to play this game when you know you're going to lose on a P2 side because your shit doesn't work? Right? Fuck that. This is the equivalent of going to an arcade tournament from back in the day, and you're playing on a cabinet, and one side, all the controls are pristine and work, and on the other side, the controls are busted, and they just tell you play your tournament match anyway. So what are you talking about? No, my controls are fucking busted. I would never do that. What are you, out of your mind? And they were like, well, oh, well, too bad. Player, you're disqualified. That's happened. I've been to tournaments where that's happened. B5 was one of them. That was a long time ago. That was like the late 90s, early 2000s. But I've been to tournaments like that. And essentially, that's what the situation is. Could you imagine if there's someone who is planning to run a tournament this week for Mortal Kombat 1 and now this story is hitting? They're like, fuck, my tournament is going to be worthless. Do we go on with it? Do we cancel it? That's a big financial issue for people. You know, maybe you put a lot of money and time into organizing a Mortal Kombat 1 tournament, and now the tournament is going to be worthless, and people might not even show up to it because NetherRealm fucked up. They're selling a broken, inferior, you know, game that shouldn't be out like. So, yeah, this is terrible. You know, this is very bad for NetherRealm and Mortal Kombat. For me, I don't care. I'm not playing it anyway. Maybe I mean, thank God, maybe I made the right decision. You know what they say? Things happen for a reason, and maybe there was a reason why I played it and didn't like it. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to drop it. Thank God, right? Because imagine if I had all these big plans to play the game. I'm serious. I would not be playing it this week anyway. Now that this has been discovered, I'd be like, what's the point? Every time I get on the P2 side, I'm gonna end up dropping all my shit, you know? So, there you go. That's going on right now in the game, and that's awful, obviously. And I hope that they fix it sooner rather than later because that could kill their entire game. I guess we'll see. But I'll let you know if more stuff happens. Because like I said, it's weird. It almost seems like it's being suppressed. Because this happened almost 24 hours ago. It was discovered and videos started going on YouTube. Have you heard anyone in the tournament team talking about it yet? Have you heard NetherRealm say a word about it yet? You want to know what I saw yesterday? Ed Boon posted up on Twitter, oh, here's all the 9 out of 10 reviews we got. And what's hilarious about his post on Twitter, literally every outlet that gave the game 9 out of 10 is not an outlet that plays competitive fighting games. Not one of them was like a fighting game website or anything. It was like, you know, a bunch of indie sites you never heard of and like Game Informer and GameStop. And that was it. I'm like, wait a minute. So where's every single fighting game site? What are they reviewing your game? Because you literally took people who don't understand fighting games and took their fucking scores. You didn't take anyone who understands games competitively. So what is, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's what Ed Boon's busy with. All right. Anyway, guys, that is it